Hey, I'm Rich Bontrager, more commonly known as The Trigger. We are getting ready for the Ignite Faith and Business Conference coming up November 5th, 4th, and 5th in Omaha. With me today is one of our keynote speakers, Brian Searcy. He is a retired colonel. And Brian, first of all, thank you for your service and thank you for protecting and leading our country. What's it like to be in this environment from your military experience and everything you've led to now being a voice in the Christian space of leadership for you?
Well, at Rich, I want to thank you for everything that you're doing to pull this event together and promote it and everything. This is fantastic. You know, in the military, the only way that people know that you're a Christian is how you live your life. Especially as my career in the Air Force went on, being able to have a Bible on your desk and all those types of things kind of went the wayside. It became a very agnostic organization, and the military still is, probably even is more of that today. So the only true way that you could demonstrate your faith is how you treated other people, how you led other people, and how you interacted with other people. So the difference today is when I talk about situation awareness and everything I talk about, I'm able to actually talk about how situation awareness is a God-given gift that we all have. The problem is that over the last 40 or 50 years, people stopped learning that they had it and learning how to use it. And then because they don't have it or they don't know they have it, they're unable to use it. And unfortunately, situational awareness carries through every aspect of our lives. You know, it's not just whether, everybody thinks it's about being safe and ready to being able to respond to something, but situational awareness and the 10 critical skills that we teach about are critical in every part of our life.
So that's exactly the great transition I was going to mention is we hear about the active shooters, we hear about the tragic events, but like you just framed up really well is situational awareness really does sprawl throughout all of life. And as Christian leaders, influencers, touch on that a little bit. How can we be more aware? What might be some of the things you might speak on without giving it all away here today?
Yeah, so when people try to teach somebody how to respond to something, I believe, and the Protestant group believes, that we're doing it backwards, right? When you teach somebody how to prevent bad things from happening or how to identify changes in somebody's behavior, that somebody might be thinking of committing suicide, or learning how to be a good parent and a good leader, especially in a Christian way, when you do all of that and you learn a process that goes along with it, you automatically prepare yourself to respond to something when it's going to happen. So that's one of the big differences that I took out of the military and the training that I had is, we didn't necessarily train for a specific event. We trained to be able to use all of our tools, all of our cognitive power, and to have a prepared mindset so we could analyze what was going on and then make a decision to be successful. So as Christian business leaders, especially, faith leaders, the first thing we always want to do, like I said, I had to do in the military, is be able to demonstrate our faith through our actions. And then as faith leaders, if hopefully we've made decisions that we're not afraid to talk about it, so that's one of the key things as well.
When we think about the title of Ignite, and that was something that we did discuss of planning this event, we're almost reigniting some ways the business leaders to reignite, to re-engage again. The pandemic pulled people back, to shut down the churches without open community. Some of the things we've gone through the past several years. What's your take on this idea of igniting or reigniting the business leaders with the Christian faith in a way that is not offensive or abrasive, but in a positive light for Christ?
Well, there's a positive way to do it. If we just remember that we are on this earth to love everybody. We're also prepared to be warriors. We need to be prepared to be warriors. And actually, I heard somebody say earlier today, and I can't say who it was, but somebody I saw had listed that the church is not designed to be a place for entertainment. It is a place to empower warriors. So it's a place to empower all of us to go out and live that Christ-led life, but to love others, to be tolerant. Being tolerant is one of the key things that is missing in our society today. But one of the reasons people aren't tolerant is because they don't have the 10 critical skills that they need to be tolerant, right? To understand that there are different perspectives, not actively listening, not being perceptive. See, all of these tie together. And what I get frustrated about with the warriors from the church that we're needing to build, they can be great on the Bible. They can be great, even potentially with their testimony. But if they don't have these basic skills and a basic orientation of situational awareness, all of that information doesn't mean anything, right? So the goal here is to have the holistic approach, to be Christ-like leaders, to be faithful leaders, but also be empowered with the right tools.
What would you say to people about coming to Ignite? As you look into the camera and talk to the people, what's your word to say about Ignite and come and join us?
No, I think the message is going to be one of fellowship. We're going to give people the opportunity to do a lot of self-reflection. And we're going to look at not just talking about our faith and talking about what it means to be a Christian in the business community, but I think they're going to be able to walk away with some great nuggets of information that they're going to be able to take home and start using that in their businesses, start using it in their homes.
Those are going to be actual tools in their utility belt.
Right.
And I've heard you speak, Brian. I know you give people concrete tools they take home and apply, which is one of the most powerful things I think we can give the business leaders right now. They need tools again to go back out and, like you said, lead well.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, come and join us for Ignite the Faith Business Conference, November 4th and 5th in Omaha. And we always end with the question, Jesus is in business. Is he in your business? Come and join us. Learn more about that at Ignite. Thank you, Brian, for taking the time today.
Thanks, Rich.